left, right and centre.
Potholes everywhere.
Things can go wrong. It's unpredictable.
Putting people out of hedges.
It's like nothing else.
The race itself is 180 kilometres.
You've got kart tracks, potholes everywhere.
It was modelled on the Flanders race and the Paris-Roubaix races, and that's very much what it mirrors. It is the UK's kind of spring classic. They now tend to start and finish in Melton. Really messy little narrow lanes with potholes and grass running down the middle and ditches on one side. Best you can get 2 riders abreast, and sometimes not even that. There are sections of course which are actually off-road. It's literally on a dirt track which they usually have to fill in with hardcore. There's a bit that goes through an actual farmyard.
And then the last sector's grass. Like, I've never done a bike race over grass before.
Before the first event in 2005, I wanted something that was different to everything else.
This year with the 20th year, which is actually unique in an international one-day race in the UK. There isn't one that's lasted that long.
Race is the only international one-day race in Britain. An international competition on their own roads. We're doing something that nobody else is offering in Britain. We ran the race in 2005, and the pictures that were taken of it, of riders coming up dirt-laden tracks with dust flying in the air, that just made it. It became a unique event, and suddenly people were saying, we want more of this. And suddenly we had a success on our hands. So the race itself doesn't lend itself to any particular specialist, and that is very much the openness of the event.
I've spoken to riders who've done it for the first time, and it doesn't matter what people say to them about what it's like. It's a baptism of fire.
It's a tale of the unexpected each time. Both Katie Archibald and Naya Evans actually have won the event, and particularly memorable is Naya, the year that she won it from a small group, that she was directed off course on the finishing circuit and fell as a result of being off course for a short distance, got up, got back into that group and still won the sprint finish at the end. Now, to my mind, that shows the actual intent in that person and commitment to actually winning at all costs. Every rider that rides the race has their own story to tell at the end of it.
I run the team day to day, so I run the budgets, search for sponsors, race planning. We set the team up coming out of COVID, and the idea was to progress year on year, increase the numbers of riders in the team. The big thing for us is if we can place riders on the big teams, we are in effect a stepping stone. So if we can put a rider onto a World Tour team, it shows we're doing the right thing.
This is probably the strongest team that we had coming into CiCLE.
We talked a little bit about how we would all want the race to play out.
It's the dynamics, there's a lot of things that happen off the bike, certainly on team camp, that allow us to perform and trust each other the way that we do. Just to get this team off the ground running, it is Rick that puts a lot of hard work in.
I was mechanicking that day. I drive the circuit, we use VeloViewer. I can then put in there if there's any specific big potholes or where they need to keep left, where they need to keep right. I don't do this so many races, but CiCLE's one that I do it for. Normally you've got roundabout here, sprint, climb. CiCLE you've got all that, but also you've got where the gravel is, where the potholes are. So it's probably 4 times more information going on the screen than in a normal race.
Welcome to the 9th edition of the Women's CiCLE Classic, round 1 of the Lloyd's Women's National Road Series.
We're oversubscribed every year. We have a field of 176, which is the maximum that anyone can have anywhere in the world.
Everyone wants to be at the front, so they get there really early, which means you sit there and everyone's nervous.
30 seconds to the start. 30 seconds to the start.
I've got this energy inside me ready to be unleashed, and I feel like an elastic band wound super tight.
Okay, and we are rolling. We are rolling. All riders, begin to roll, please.
Within that first 25k, you kind of settle into the rhythm of the race. And then it hurts, you push your limits, you push your boundaries. It's one of those, you go into with a bit of a plan, but anything can happen.
It goes from, calm serenity to pretty chaotic pretty quickly.
Yeah, we got a call over the radio that one of the riders needed assistance.
location, sector 5.
Bye. See straight away that the bars had moved. She'd hit a pothole, and so she was back on the bike within 30 seconds, I think, something like that. Go on now. Go on. Go on. Go, go. I love the race, but I equally hate it as well because there's so much can go wrong there, and this is why it's so brutal, punctures, crashes, all that sort of thing. Bexy had to really ride hard to get back. She did get back to the lead group. A lot of riders had problems and didn't get back. She did.
As the race develops, then you start thinking about what the other strategies might look like. So we're coming into the finale of the race. The group was on the left of the road, and I'm sitting a little bit further back, and Bexy's just on my right, and I could see that Joe was coming back, so I turned to Bexy and I said, "Have you got the legs to counter this?" She was like, "No." She'd punctured early in the race, she'd had to chase back on. So, all right, fine, let me out then. And she did. So Bexy being there stops people getting on my wheel as easy. So tactically, an ideal scenario. I just went as hard as I could. I just wanted to see how big the group was, and I turned around and it was only Holly Ramsey with me. I was like, all right, well, this is it, you've played your card. You've got to commit to this. I didn't really let myself believe that I was actually going to win until I was coming down the hill, and I started thinking, right, the only person who can lose this race now is you. Don't crash. And then I went the wrong way at the finish.
So it came over the radio that she'd taken the deviation.
No leader has taken the deviation.
The wrong way. Which was a heart and mouth sort of thing. We knew she'd got a decent sized gap, but we didn't know how much time she'd lost.
500 metres to go. 500 metres to go now.
That's been removed and she's back on the circuit. No leader has crossed the line.
As full-on racing in the 9th edition of the CiCLE Classic. Race winner for the team of Smurfit Western Cycling Team.
To have had a dream, a victory like that, nobody can take away from you.
Lucy Harris.
I never won a race that big before. I couldn't really believe it.
We've done it now. We've done it.
Finishing now.
What? 2 on the podium.
Oh dear, hold on. Give me a minute.
And then it just suddenly hit me that it was like, Lucy's won this. I nearly ran somebody over, beelining straight to the girls, and it was just pure emotion.
It was so emotional because this team is different to any other team that I've been on. I feel like I can really express myself. I've always been physically strong as a rider, and I haven't won one of these races before. And then you put me in this situation with this team and this level of support, and I can do it. It's not me, it's the team.
Race winner today for Smurfit Western Cycling Team, Lucy Harris. Celebrating in fine style.